What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Odd Shopper channel. This is UFC Best Bets for UFC Vegas 69. My name is Mike, better known as NarcoCop on Twitter, and I'll be your host today. Also, we want to talk about last week's recap as we went 1-2. We did hit the Clayton Rodriguez play, but lost the other two. So overall, 5-4 so far this year on the best bets. And we will move on now to the thoughts on this card. This to me is kind of a low-level card here. I do like the main event. It's Jessica Andrade, Erin Blanchfield, and we'll talk about that later on as one of my picks for my best bets. But with that being said, we will move on to the first pick of the night, and that is the under 2.5 rounds AJ Fletcher versus the newcomer in the UFC, Themba Gorimbo. And you can get that at minus 150 on BetMGM. And the play here is basically on the AJ Fletcher side. AJ Fletcher has good wrestling. The younger fighter here, the more physical fighter here. And AJ Fletcher, prior to getting to UFC, he finished all of his fights. Now that he's been in the UFC, he's faced two very, very durable guys. And even in those fights, there was many fight-ending sequences. But these guys happened to fight through. They were very, very durable. And Angelusa, Matt Semmelsberger, those guys are tough to put away. And now we have a guy in Themba Gorimbo who, to me, is not a UFC-level fighter, has very, very bad takedown defense. So I expect AJ Fletcher to get in there, get those takedowns, advance positions, and smash him from the top. Gorimbo is long, so there are some submission attempts there for him that might come through and maybe put AJ Fletcher in very bad submission spots. So that's why we are taking the under 2.5 here at minus 150 on BetMGM. Before I move on to my second pick of the day, I do want to shout out our Discord channel. Unbelievable betting content being given there for every market. I'm in there myself, always giving all of my UFC plays outside of just these three bets. I do give a bunch of plays. Last week, again, we won about 4.5 units on the UFC card. And also, like I said, many other markets being given there. So if you want, please go hit that link down below. You will get half off your very first week, and you'll get a bunch of people that are just great in the betting community. So yeah, hit that link down below, get half off, and let's roll. All right, moving on to pick number 2 of the night, and this is going to be the prop play that I like. It is going to be Marcin Prachnio by decision plus 440 on BetMGM. And basically here, William Knight last fought at heavyweight, now moving down to 205. He did make weight, and I was honestly expecting him to miss weight because this guy previously at 205 had missed weight by 13 pounds. Here, he looked pretty good on the scales, but William Knight to me is not very skilled anywhere. The guy is very explosive. The guy is very powerful. I will give him those attributes. But outside of that, his striking is not very good. His wrestling and top game is not very good. And then on the other hand, Marcin Prachnio is the more wily vet here. The guy's faced pretty good fighters. Last time out, he faced Felipe Lins, who was a heavyweight before. And Felipe Lins had some grappling success, had 4 takedowns, but he couldn't hold Prachnio down. The one thing I noticed with Prachnio that I think is going to be very effective here is those leg kicks, is those calf kicks. He has a very kick-heavy game. And last time when William Knight did face Maxim Grishin, who's also a known kicker, he landed over 40 kicks on him. He slowed him down immensely with those kicks. Kicking that calf slows down your wrestling, slows down your explosiveness. And I think that's where Prachnio is going to have a huge advantage. He's also the longer guy here. So I expect Prachnio to stay on the outside, land some kicks. If taken down, I expect him to get up and as outside the decision prop, I don't really see Prachnio finishing Knight because Knight did get finished against Devin Clark, but historically, you guys, very durable, very tough guy. So I do expect this fight to go to the scorecards, and I do expect Marcin Prachnio to get his hand raised, and you're getting a nice chunky price tag at plus 440 on BetMGM. Before moving on to my favorite play of the night, I do want to talk about our sponsor and shout them out. It's DraftKings, and currently we have a promotion where you deposit $5, you make that $5 bet, and you need to win that $5 bet. So what I would recommend is maybe placing that $5 bet on a big favorite in college basketball, similar to Kent State today, who's a minus 2,100. So yeah, look for a big minus tag on a favorite, put it in there, make sure you win, and then make sure you get that $150 in free bets. And with that $150 in free bets, go ahead and place those bets on my UFC plays tomorrow. And also, you need to be 21 and older to gamble. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. On to my pick 3 of the night, and that is none other than in the main event of the night. It's going to be Erin Blanchfield plus 115. And in this main event, very, very interesting stylistic matchup. We have Jessica Andrade, big power puncher who throws very, very powerful strikes for the 125-pound weight class. And now she's facing a known grappler in Erin Blanchfield who feels very, very comfortable taking you down and pounding you or submitting you on the ground. And in this fight, Jessica Andrade is taking this fight on very, very short notice. She previously fought a little over 3 weeks ago and now is back to fight again, this time in the main event, this time going 5 rounds. And the issue I have here with Andrade is this is a very fast turnaround. She was, according to her Instagram, vacationing with her mom when she got the call. So she wasn't training for this fight. And now she has to come into this fight 5 rounds against a known grappler, against a known girl that likes to take the fight to the ground. And the one thing I do see a very big advantage here for Blanchfield is the grappling. And with Jessica Andrade throwing very big punches, that leaves herself exposed to get taken down. When you throw very big punches, you tend to be off balance. You tend to be out of position. And with that, Erin Blanchfield can get this fight to the ground. In her previous fight, Andrade did the same thing. She landed a lot on Murphy, but there was a couple of sequences where she was about to get taken down. She had her back almost taken, but Murphy's just not as skilled on the ground as Erin Blanchfield is. And if those positions were given to Blanchfield in this fight here, I'm expecting Blanchfield to take fully advantage of those positions, possibly get in advantageous positions and, a knockout, a submission. I see it ending inside the distance. But again, I do like Erin Blanchfield in this spot, plus 115. She needs to avoid the big punches from Andrade. I expect her to get the clinch. I expect her to get a takedown at some point, and I expect her to actually have a very big advantage on top. So give me Erin Blanchfield plus 115. That you can get on Bet Rivers currently, and plus 110 price tag on DK. All right, let's recap the 3 picks for the night. With the first pick, it is the AJ Fletcher Themba Gorimbo under 2.5 rounds. The next pick of the night, it is Marcin Prachnio by decision plus 440. And the last but not least pick of the night, it is the Erin Blanchfield money line at plus 115. All right, guys, that will do it for my 3 picks. But do me one favor, on the way out, hit the like, subscribe to this channel, and once subscribed, hit that notification button so you can get every single one of our videos on this Odd Shopper channel. All sports, all markets, very, very sharp betting content. So make sure you hit that notification button so you can get every one of these videos that we give out here on the Odd Shopper channel. Also, before you leave, make sure you hit that link down below for our Discord channel. I will be in there all weekend long giving my UFC picks, so you don't want to miss it. And right now, it's currently half off. Go and get it. And with that being said, guys, I will see you guys next week for the best bets for UFC.